I everyone. So you with me, eh? After the England game, I never watched it. You know, I didn't. I don't support it. I don't support England at all. And the way they're treating and the fans and pundits and everything, the way they're treating Trent Arnold. Sorry, I'm not having that. Not having that. Can I just go to a lady, please? Please. Love this woman. Love this woman. Where is she? There she is. Myra. Hiya, Myra. Oh, amazing if you're still with us. My dad was a big soccer fan and very much into the sport. Myra, like we go on different streams to what people normally follow, the Western press and that. I'm doing I hope you're still with me. I'm doing a thing in a few weeks. So I'm organising a discussion, but it won't be, like on air sort of thing. But I'm organising with a couple of friends of mine. There'll be about 3 or 4 of us, and I'd love you to join me if you can. Let me know if you can, and it'll be fantastic. It really will, because we all feel the same about what's going on in the world today. That's not being reported, if you know what I mean. And I'd love you to really come on. I really would. It'd be fantastic at that. Let me know, Myra. Please let me know. And if you would like to come on, take part. It's only a discussion. You will like the people. By the way, I'll have to turn this bloody thing down. Hang on a second. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Okay, so let me know. Let me know. Please let me know. Right, so let's get to the Marisa. She won't be with us all the way from Romania. She says, saw your show last night, Frankie, and I must support what my mentor Chris said. Football, music, or Liverpool history. This is the best talk show channel on YouTube. All of you must spread the word. Yeah, it was a cracking. This is my history show, by the way. It's the history show, and everything comes into it on a Monday night, every Monday night. And I had 2 great guests on last night, and it was a fine discussion. One was a music man. One was a music man, and the other was an international artist. And he's on every week with me, Anthony Brown. And the football lads like it as well. The football lads. Oh, lads. But anyway, she says, bit of a late start. I won't be watching the Euros. I won't be watching the Euros before, and if I did, I would probably be too sleepy to stay awake for you. No worries, honestly, Mary. No worries at all. No worries. And Myra says, hi everyone. Oh, you lot. And me, I suppose. Evening Red says, leave his kid. Leave his kid. And the Wizkid says, hey Frank, hope you're well. Yeah, I'm on my own tonight, I think. I don't know whether JK's joining me or what. I just don't know. And Paul Turner says, evening Frank, I hope you're okay. Yeah. And she says, Myra, I'm more of a rugby fan, and yes, we would, hang on, and yes, we World the World Cup. I don't know what that means. Myra. Oh yeah, the World Cup. Okay. I think Myra's just an American because she calls us soccer. football. And Brian says, I know you might think it says Jane there, but he uses his grandson's thing, and his wife's thing sometimes. Uh, Nothing to do with being Irish, everyone, because the Irish teams are absolute rubbish as well. But will anyone get into the hang on? Will anyone ever get an England team to perform with all their quality? Pure rubbish. Where's Edmonds? Where's Edmonds? Is he dead? Frank says, Dad. Good to see you, Frank, mate. Hope you're well. Says Brian. I'm all right. You'll never walk alone. Oh, Dino. Even if Frank, hope you're well, mate. Yes, I'm all right, Dean. I'm all right. Thanks. I've got to go into Aussie for another operation. So I could do the could do the pod from Aussie hospital bed, getting all the nurses around me saying hello, say hello, say hello to the lads and girls. Dean says, I know you don't watch them, mate, but England could put a glass eye to sleep. That's why I don't watch them, Dean. I'm always wondering. No, I watch the Azori. Honestly, Dino, I watch the Azori. Always have done. I always remember my granddad saying, about the Azori. Uh, I was a kid. And he always mentioned a fella by the name of Sandro Manzoni. And he said he's the greatest player in the world. He said, never mind Pele. And I said, well, who does he play for? He said, he plays for the Azori. I said, who's the Azori? He said, the Italian team, Italy. He said, they play England and they play Germany, West Germany and all this. And that's when I got the feel for the Azori. So I've carried on from him. And I was watching them the other night, you know what I mean? I made up. I was watching Serbia today against Denmark because I support the Serbs. I support the Serbs. Sorry, Jan. If Jan Mulby's looking, then I'm sorry, Jan. But that's it, team. That's why I support them, and always have done, always watched them. And believe it or not, what it is, it's and remember when we had the Euros here, and we played. Italy were playing at Anfield, and I was made up. And I went to. I used to have a smashing top. It was silk, like one of these, and it was blue, dark blue, darkish blue, and there's a pair of white KDs on. And I went to match and I was mingling with all the Italians. And this fella had me ticket, and this fella, I was in the cop, and this fella went, he thought it was Italian because he had a tan. And he went, come, he was probably one of the students, he said, come with me. And he's leading me. And he looked at the row and he went, 1, 2, 3, 4, sit down. He's pointing like that, just saying that's my seat where I left, And I went like that too. Got to the seat and I went, "Ta fella," and he looked at me and he went, "Fantastic." That was when Maldini and them all were playing. Fantastic side. Played was it Czechoslovakia? No, wasn't it? Yeah, Czechoslovakia, and they beat us 1-0 at Anfield. We were the dates. Daryl Merry says Jota injured again. But we know about Diogo's only, he's getting injured quite a lot now. And Myra says, I'm more like a rugby fan, and yes, we won the World Cup. Myra, let me know if you'd like to take part in that. I'd love you there to do it, Love you to take part in the discussion. And Paul said, did you watch the highlights, Frank, from the Italy game after the podcast from last night? Yeah, but I went on my stream and I watched the full match. I got it up, the full match replays. But, we haven't been playing too well, to be honest. But the scraping there, that's what it's like. That's what Italy's have always been like. But, because they haven't got the players anymore. And Serie A, their equivalent of the FA, they said what it is. He said it was with all the foreigners coming in, players, all these great players, and we were neglecting our own. We were neglecting our own because, our top clubs wanted the best foreign players. And if you look, you're right. If you look at it, the likes of Van Basten, for example, Ruud Gullit, all these great players going to Serie A. And we were left in the doldrums, weren't we? Because, let's be honest, we're not that technically good. And this is why you have my little things going all around here. I'll rephrase that. I was looking at my little arrow and it's going all over the place. You can't see it, I can't. Stage though. It's like, remember Jan Mulby when he first came to Liverpool? What a player. What a player. Fantastic. Because they've got the technical skills. They have the technical skills. Unbelievable. Look at Luis Suarez. Much later date. But look at Luis Suarez. See what I mean? So I'm not just talking about Liverpool, I'm talking about everybody. And this is why England are not so good. Scotland. So, the UK teams. Look at Ian Rush, one of the greatest goal scorers ever. And he played for Wales. He wasn't on the big stage, never on the only big stage he was on was in with Liverpool. That's the only big stage. Greetings, Frank, says Chris. I also won't be staying long, but best wishes and to the chat, lads and lasses. Thank you, Chris. And good to hear Hanson's on the. Yeah, it's brilliant. That was kid. It really is. It was great news, and I'm just absolutely delighted where you can see up there. Freya San, she's free, but at a big price. A big price. He had to plead guilty for nothing. He had to plead guilty. He had to plead guilty for nothing. Freedom of speech in this, in the West. You might as well say the whole of the West. Can't say anything. The students being locked up in prisons in America for demonstrating for Palestine. Free Palestine. Stop the genocide. It's just nuts. Darryl, think Southgate needs to give these players some Viagra. Are they? You're not talking about me, are you? Or is Yusuf? Redmen TV, the FSGPR machine really pissed me off today. Too many links, but not enough action by the club. I can't even I can't even answer that. You know, I've got no answers, and I don't think anybody has. To be honest, Yusuf. Our lovely Myra says, please hit that like button. Thank you, Myra. Mille grazie, cara mia. Mille grazie. Where are the silence, says Yusuf. I just hope that we don't, someone's having a decent tournament. Remember Deef and Salif Diao under Ulier. And they had a bit of a good tournament, good World Cup, and we bought them. Look how they, Phil Babb. Sorry, we don't want players like that. I knew I'd like. This Chelsea, they've got to get rid of players. I'd love us to go after that Palmer and pay what they want. I really would. I think he's a brilliant player. Love him. And I tell you, people will disagree with this. I can't even pronounce his name. The lad who plays right wing, is it left? Right or left? For Napoli. He's fantastic, him. He's fantastic. Loved the 1982 World Cup in Spain, says TW. So did I. And the 84 one. Was it the 84? No, it wasn't 84. That's only 2 years later, isn't it? Dino says, he did, scored against us. I was there. I was with my Uncle Ronnie. I was there. I was in the cup. When we beat Inter 3-1. Should have been 4-1. And I'm in a documentary with Tommy Smith. And John Keith was fronting it. And this other fella, he was old there. He was a young reporter at Milan, the return leg, Milan. And he said, we could see the cheating going on. And Brian McGowanville, is it? One of the top reporters for the Times. Sport reporters for the Brian McGowanville. If anyone can Anyway, he said, he's seen the brown envelope. This is on LFC TV documentary when I was down there. Even my granddad said he cheated. I say him that. But I like Inter. The fans are great, The fans are great. I'm bringing my grandson for his birthday to the San Siro for the first game, first derby game. I said, the first derby game before Christmas, I'll bring you for your birthday. He said, okay, thanks, Granddad. So we'll be bringing it out. So you're right there, Sandro Mazzola. Redmen TV spoofers putting Rabiot in the starting 11. Get a grip. Well, there's someone put a great thing, post on. I don't go on. I do go on it sometimes just to scroll to see people who I like, and that's all. You know, and I comment on them and give them a like sometimes. And this fella, I haven't a clue who he is. He put up his best team, and he put it. He didn't put Banks in, Gordon Banks. Well, he wasn't the greatest goalkeeper in the world. It was Lev Yashin, big Russian, unbelievable there, unbelievable goalkeeper, best in the world. And he put Pat Jennings. Pat Jennings was a great keeper. And I remember being in the cup when we played Spurs once, and the ball went out, and he went to retrieve the ball, for a goal kick. And he picked it up with one hand, and I went, "You can't even pick a cup up." He picked the ball up with one hand, but he had him in goal over Banks. Banks was the greatest thing I've seen. The day before he had that accident, it was on a Saturday, he had the accident on the Sunday where he lost an eye, playing for Stoke. Or was it Leicester? Stoke it was. And Chris Lawler, in the 6-yard box, headed the corner came over, he headed it. And he leapt to the top left-hand corner of the Anfield Road end and tipped it up. Do you ever remember the save from Pele? Pele said that was the greatest save he'd ever seen. And who'd argue with Pele? And me. Joking about me, like. Hey, Matt, we're after Calafiori, but we'll end up with Calamari. He's going to, listen, I don't even want to get into this. I really don't. And, he was a come to Liverpool. There are two things. One, they're not going to pay any money. He's going to Juve anyway. Juve put a bid in. They knew Liverpool were fancied him. And I said this on the show, I said this on the show going back, and I said, no, I never said it on my show. I said it on someone else's. There's that many things. There's only a couple I follow, and there's so many cop. So there's only one, Alex Gilday, I follow, and Mario, if anyone follows them. I follow them. The good and Doyle. And I said on it, I just put a comment in, and I said, will Slot have the pulling power? Or Sloot, isn't it? Will Sloot have the pulling power as Klopp? They didn't mention it. They never said yes, neither no. But what they did say is, it's not that, it's Liverpool has the pulling power. Now, I disagreed with that. I never said anything. I disagreed with it because it's the manager who has a pulling power as well. And Klopp was a massive pulling power. He really was. Whether, you'd agree with me, I don't know. But you're right here. Calafiori, cracking lad. Watched him. Great player. Great. You'd have been that. I know Italian players don't really blend in for us, but he would. I'm telling you now. I even said the likes of Barella and Chiesi, they wouldn't. I've watched them so many times. They're not Liverpool type players. They get swallowed up in the Premiership. But I did say, I really did say that Calafiori did me. And Paul Turner says he's really pleased to hear that Alan Hansen has been discharged from hospital, but I haven't heard anything at all what his illness was. Anyway, as long as he's okay, that's the main thing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good point there. We're all delighted. At least in a few weeks, says to we'll be able to watch the Reds again, yeah. Back in training next week. I think, do you know what? With the Euros and back in training next week. Do you know what? You look at Liverpool, right? And any other club, let's be honest. But I'm talking about Liverpool. Now, as soon as they stopped playing, they went to international duty, right? Now, we're going on a trip to America. What's that all about? What's that all about? Why couldn't the club say, look, get a few European teams, play them and play a couple of more at Anfield for a change instead of the last one of the pre-season. Always the last one. Why don't they play a 2 or 3 at Anfield? That's annoying to me, though. I don't know about you. It could be annoying to you. But go to America. I know it's a big money spinner for the owners. Get them over there, I know it's all that. But that shouldn't come into it. Not soon after all these international things. And I want to see the ground finally finished as well. Another mad thing there. Due diligence. Oh, cheapest thing. Get the stands on the Annie Road. Still got to replace bloody bricks. These arseholes will sell theirs without no replacement, mark my word. Brian, I hope you're all right, Brian, because we haven't seen you, have we? Norman, I'm sorry, I don't know why. Brian came at. It's only because Brian uses like his wife's name and all that, Anyway, it's good to see you. Good to see you, Norman. Evening, Norman. Hope you're okay. And Norman said, I'm going to the friendly versus Villa via Severe. August the 11th, Frank, I will pop and see you. Will an apple crumble if you are at home? Yeah. Do you know what? It still comes down because I might take Francine and my little granddaughter. I just hope Mo Salad. Please stop playing for us. Mo Salad running down the week. Oh, I should have heard it. Just when she was a bit little, Bit little. Mo Salad running down the week. No, watch your shows, Frank, on the second-rate footy of the Euros. Didn't watch the games this week. See 2 games with 0-0. Yeah. No, they're all letting on to one another. They'll be able to go down. Hey, Frank, I have watched 2 brilliant films. Donald Sutherland. The Disappearance, brilliant, yeah. Eminent Domain. I haven't seen that. Don't Look Now is a good film as well. With Donald Sutherland. He's made some good films, I watched one where he was in Clint Eastwood, me mate. Clint. James Garner, Tommy Lee Jones, and Donald Sutherland. And they were space cowboys. They're called the Space Cowboys. It's a good film. It's a good film with those in. I watched it. I'll watch it for this. It's good. Space Cowboys. Talk more of that on the Saturday morning show. Who sticks? Calafiori looks good, but won't be surprised if they stick with four centre-backs. Virgil, Jarrell, Ebil and Reece. Oh, no, we don't want Reece. No, 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 no. Come on, Chris. I know that you're only... Yeah, I know what you mean by that. Because we won't buy one. Nice one. Wow, they have let us Sands out. I didn't know that, Frank. It's blackmail. It's blackmail. He had to plead guilty. He had to plead guilty to a crime he didn't commit. The New York Times and all these like TV shows, news things, they're always saying the same thing as Julian Assange when he came up, when he said it, published it. And so did The Guardian. The Guardian published it before Julian Assange came. Why hasn't anything happened to them? Why? That's the big question. Why? No, is it that way? Norman Darrell Viagra, what position did he play? Is he a DM? Oh, we can provide stick up. Hey, got a lovely lady listening in here. And she's a nun. Chris says, Youssef, of course, they have to big up a little man. Good night, Frank. I'll see you next show. Thank you, Chris. Good night. Have a good sleep. We are into August with the same squad, lads. Maybe a January signing, second-rate shock, and it don't look good. I still can't get over that we don't have Jürgen no more. Says Brian. Yusuf, always talking. I seen Southall make a save from Rush, smacking the ball full force on the volley. What a save it was. Southall saved the end from many hidings from us, says Norman. Shankly and the cop love Gordon Banks. They gave him a great reception when he retired. Yes. He got the greatest reception when he was always running into the cop when we were kicking into the cop. Gordon Banks. And he had so much respect for Liverpool, man. And Brian says, Zoff, Baresi, Maldini, Chiellini, Iniesta, Xavi, Stevie, and 8 or 10. Messi, Torres, Suarez can't get a right back. What a team. Go for it, lads. Maybe Cafu at right back. Cafu was great. But that's a brilliant team, that. Chiellini. And do you know what? When Luis Suarez bit him in the World Cup that time, he said it was nothing. After the game, Chiellini said it was nothing. That's football. What's the matter with you? And I always remember Materazzi when he threw the ball at Zidane, and he went, that's what he did. Threw the ball at him. And he got him sent off. Zidane got him sent off. No, it was the other way around, wasn't it? Zidane went and got him sent off. Funny that. That's that. Great Zidane. Great. Got him sent off. Got Materazzi sent through the ball at him. Materazzi went down like a... We have always applauded opponents' keepers. Remember in '95, Schmeichel was applauded and he could not believe it. he then applauds it back. Yeah, yeah. Schmeichel. He was a great keeper, though. I think I can remember that save, Norman. Was it at Goodison in the rain, or was it in the famous 3-2 when Kenny scored after 50 seconds? Saves Brian. Would you love Eminent Domain, Frank? Would you love Eminent Domain, Frank? I really enjoyed it. You would love, I'm sorry, I thought he was talking about a footballer. Who does he play for? Eminent Domain, Frank. I really enjoyed it. I'm sure you would like it. Still trying to get. We should get the bloody title talks, guys. I forget it. Yusuf, don't forget Redman and TAW. What's that? Get on the LFC channel because they don't go against the. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling that. I'm having a slip in my tea, good people. Hope you don't mind. Always let it go tipping. Brian, no, mate, it was a game at Anfield Rush last derby before he left for you. Let's get down here, let's get up to date. Let's be honest here, if we get to the end of the window, would anyone really be surprised if he had not signed anyone? Then the FST spin journalist would say Sloot wants to look at the squad before any deals. Good shout. They then would report that we will sign big in January. It would not be a surprise, would it? Yep. Yeah. See, look, there's two players already gone that I know of, and that's Matip and Thiago. People say, well, we've got enough midfielders, and we do need a centre back. I want, and people disagree. People, like, there are some pods that disagree that we don't need a DM. We need a DM. We need a defensive midfield. We need a number 6, but I'm not talking about an ordinary number 6. I'm talking about a top quality one. That's what I'm talking about, a top quality one. Paul Turner. I watched an interview with John Keith about Shanks. He came out with a great quote when a reporter said United and City are at the bottom of the league. Shanks said, aye, and they will take some shit. John Keith is the best impersonator of Shankly. You can imagine him saying it. Aye, and they'll take some shit. You can imagine him saying that. Oh. I remember Les Seeley kicking the ball into the cup when Beardsley came down to get the ball off him at the final whistle after the hat-trick. No class. Was it in the Echo the next day? Was in the Echo the next day. 2 legs kept it for them. Yeah. says Brian. Uh, 1990, the Reds 4, United 0 was in the paddock. My first home game. Unreal. We've had some, say, no matter what, you've got Man City, you know, the great side and whatever you think of them. You know, all this nonsense with FFP. It's not nonsense. Nothing's got that. Why it's nonsense? Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. That's why it's nonsense. And no matter what, they are a great side because they could afford the players to fill every position. Every position. If we could afford well, we can afford them, but we just won't give the money. If we could buy the players to the position, we'd be phenomenal. Oh, piss off. We'd be phenomenal. We would. I always remember a few years ago, we built the new stand, and I forget, people were going on, we need this and we need that, positions, players for positions. And someone honestly said, on these, like, on Facebook, they had these little fellas coming out saying these mad things. And one of them said, and he meant it, he says, hang on a minute, we've just bought a new sprinkler system. It's true that. We've just bought a new sprinkler system. And we wanted someone in midfield or something, someone in the defence. And that was genuine. I don't think that fella ever commented again. We've just paid for the new sprinkler system. What do you want the owners to do? And he wasn't messing. He meant it. Norman, from what I've seen of Calafiori, which I admit only 3 games, he looked very comfortable defending left back and a left-sided centre-back. If he's available at 21, it really makes sense. Yeah. I think he's going for 42 mil to Juve. And Brian says about 1990, 13 quid for the ticket was fine. Liverpool can spend 180 million before the end of the year is out, apparently, says Del. Yep. With the financial fair play as well. Point is, though, are we going to spend 180 million? I think not. Yeah. Changing clubs' crest is disgusting, says Del. I don't know what you mean, changing the club's crest. What are you talking about, Del? I wish, just, there's people on here that don't know about certain things. And when you come out and say, you've got to say what you mean. What crest? Just what crest? Is it Liverpool's crest? What have they got? Have they got LeBron James on, instead of the bird? My 14th birthday, that 4-0 United. My dad took me. On the way home in the car, the lads were playing There She Goes. Well, John Power out the lads. He's Francine's first cousin. He's a nice lad as well. That's my daughter, Francine. Whenever I hear that now, it reminds me of my now departed father and Beardsley's goal. Yeah, songs do bring good memories and bad memories. Well, not bad memories, but it can. Every time I hear some certain songs, I go, that brings awful memories. You tend to forget that. Question is, lads, do we sign players on the back of a good tournament? We have been caught out before, says Brian. Yeah, I mentioned that. No, no. But that Calafiori, I've watched it. And he's good. Not based on 3 games, either. Juventus can't afford anything. They're swapping players because they're broke, says Darryl. The Liverpool badge, they're changing it next season. Sorry, Frank, okay. I don't know what they're changing it to, but it can't be LeBron James because he's a Nike fella, isn't he? And we're getting Adidas back. So we'll be gone off the front of the cup. That's disgusting, that. Stupid baseball player. Not a baseball, basketball. The F is that all about? Really annoys me, that. Why can't they put a fan on, an ordinary lad or girl with a t-shirt you'll never walk alone on? Why? $31 million he gets for that. 31, 32 million every year. Can I just ask you, Frank in chat, says Norman, what's your feelings on the 10 deals taking place with the Chelsea, Villa, Newcastle, all clubs? Constraints, dodgy to me. I haven't a clue what the 10 deals are, I'm being honest. I haven't a clue. I've not a clue. So if you explain what the 10 deals are, are you saying they're going to be fines instead of points deducted or whatever? Because if that's the case, I'm not only assuming that I don't know what you're talking about, you see. So I'm assuming if it's going to be fines and rather than points deducted, that leaves Manchester City well clear. It's something to do with online content, the badge. Our Romanian friend. Hello, Sir Frank. Hello, Ellie. Hello. All the way from Romania. Them 4 clubs are swapping and selling players to each other. Oh, right, okay. Swapping and selling. Swapping and selling. Well, it depends on the player. If he wants Champions League or European football, he's not going to go to players, to clubs that haven't got nothing. None of that. Never forget it, Norman. Seeing 96 Memorial for the first time, it terrified me before going into the match. So heartbreaking. The sounds of even the horses' hooves, simple things, mate. The 4 clubs I mentioned have got together and worked a system of how to bend the rules. And carries on by saying Chelsea are getting away with murder. Not only Chelsea, Norman. Man City. Man City. And when we don't buy anyone, you know, you do get fans who support, you know, by saying, when someone comes out saying, well, you know, why haven't we bought anybody? And they come out and say, well, look what happened to, you know, with financial fair play. We can afford anybody. We can spend without breaking any rules whatsoever. We can spend. But that's the excuse they give. Oh, we're careful. Look at the model that we've got. Darryl says, I used to like Villa as it's my wife's team, but then back in City with the charges of footballers finished if they get away with it. Yeah. Well, they are. It's finished anyway. Norman says, there used to be a copper on the horse outside the cop in the late 80s with a moustache. He was ruthless. Get in line, he would shout, or he would move you back at the queue. So what do you think of the Euros, lads, so far? Who's your favourite team and who do you think's going to win? Let me know. Got one there. Portugal, says Darryl. Good side, Portugal. Good side. Anyone else? What about Spain? I think Spain so far looking good and decent. Austria for me, Frank. I've been the one who's impressed Austria. Oh, there's one. Wow. Austria. Norman says, I would never rule out Italy or Germany. That's a good shout, that actually. You know, you look at Italy, a powerhouse over there. You know, national team, and so is Germany. They are powerhouses. And Darryl says, yeah, Holland's have been poor. Yep. Yeah. Holland's have been poor. But you know, you do these things, don't you? I'll finish in 5 minutes because you know it's 11 o'clock and it's getting on. And Mr. Pugh can't stand Portugal. Ronaldo, Spain look good, says Mr. Pugh. I know, yeah, you know, there's loads you go like that. Can't stand just because of one man, Ronaldo. But I understand. That's a good point, actually, Mr. Pugh. Gapco really impressed me, though, says Darryl. Belgium and Holland look lightweight in full-back areas, yeah. That's a good point as well, especially Belgium. And you wouldn't think, you know, full-back areas, Holland's full-back areas, yet they were great. Great side. Oh, yeah, Holland's out. Says Brian. Holland may face England next. And Holland are through as one of the best three placed. So why haven't you fancied England? England? Why haven't you fancied them? It's coming home. You always keep saying it. Never won the Euros, but it's coming home. Never would. Be like Grimsby saying it's coming home. The Champions League. Not even being in it. Or won it. I fancy Brazil, says no. With a big laugh. Darryl says England's out in the quarterfinals for me. Okay, has there been any plays besides that Calafiore? Your old Reds here. Has there been any players that have caught your eye and said, wouldn't mind it, besides Calafiore? It's been coming home since '66. It's a bloody long wait. It's Paul saying. Mr. Few, I've been sleeping well during the England games, well better than any pills. I can't stand England, Frank. You know better than anyone. Why? Says Norman, of course. Darryl says Nico Williams been good. Yeah. Yep. Might get that Somerville from Leeds. End up with it. Turkish lad look good. I don't know who it is like, but I'll take your word for it. What about the goalkeeper? It's Italy's goalkeeper. Do you ever remember Oblak? I would have loved him before Alisson. I was saying, get that Oblak. He's fantastic. And, you know, he is a fantastic goalkeeper. But we've got Ali. And we've got Ali. And Darryl says it's Gully. Lad named Gully. Never seen him. Oblak was eating his dinner while playing England tonight. Says Darryl. You know he always pulls off results in big sort of Switzerland and Shaqiri. Mr. Pugh. We made the right choice with Ali, Frank. Yeah, we did. I'm not getting over it. That's why I said, you know, we've got Ali. But that Oblak is a good goalkeeper. I'll tell you who's a great goalkeeper. Donnarumma. Who does Donnarumma play for? He's brilliant. Brilliant. I'd rather have him than any of them out there today. If you know what I mean. Donnarumma. That summer in goal would be decent backup for Alisson, says Norman. if Kelleher goes, that is. And Paul Turner, Southgate is as much use as an inflatable dartboard. Yeah, spot on. PSG in Italy. It's Italian. He's brilliant. I went on some quote on Rauno, and I said about him that he's the best thing since Dino's off. And they all said, there's an English fella saying, and he's right, he must watch us. That's what he said. That's what they said, which is nice. I'd love for the Manx to get Southgate. Says Darryl. When England play a team when England play a half decent, they will. Hang on, Peter Davis. I'm sorry, Peter. When England play a team half decent, they'll go out. Can't wait for that one, Frank. They'll go out. Precisely. Thing is, Peter, like I've said before, I don't watch England. I don't watch them. There's reasons why. Honestly, there's reasons why. And our kids support. I've always supported Italy from a kid. And always. It's like now, someone changing your spots. Say, like someone said to me, suppose there was no Liverpool Football Club. Tomorrow, all of a sudden, big news ever, no more Liverpool Football Club. You've been sold to whatever. And they're disbanding the club itself. I never support another team. Couldn't. So, I can't get over people. These turncoats, as we call them. Turncoats. Supporting a team, then all of a sudden, don't support them anymore. And believe it or not, there's lots of Liverpool fans. Not us. No. I talk about outsiders who support the local teams or whatever. And then they see what Liverpool, wow, I'm going to support them instead. See what I mean? I was reading someone the other day. It was a nice story and all this, and he was depressed and he supported Chelsea, but he's depressed. And he watched the Liverpool game. He said, now I'm not depressed anymore because I support Liverpool. They're not supporters. And you get lots of them. Thanks for tonight, Frank. At this time of the night, really enjoyed it, mate. God bless, buddy. Thanks, everyone, on the show as well. See you all Thursday. Up the effing beds. Of course, well, thank you, Brian. My mum's better than Kane, Frank. It's down. Mr. P. I think we do need experienced goalkeeper now. Adrian is going, and possibly Keller. Keller's definitely going. Adrian's gone, hasn't he? Remember, we played England in Alan Hanson's testimonial. We won the game in '88. And he carries on now, like saying, Liverpool is my country. Yeah. Howard Main. Howard Main. Howard Main. That's what it is. Historically, when you look at Liverpool, especially, like I'm a historian, I can go back and back and back and back. I can go back to 1207 when we first appeared, so to speak. But the 80s was one of the worst for Liverpool, not the club. And it was through a government that despised the people of Liverpool. I'll give you an idea. One Tory MP, Theresa Gorman, said, "We should build a wall around Liverpool and show future generations how people used to live." I was a Tory minister in 1991. But the 80s was shocking for us. No funding, no nothing. And a lot of, we kept apathy away, put it that way. We kept apathy away because we supported. Everton were good at the time. Everton were a good team, very good team at the time. And those two clubs, especially my club, Liverpool, saved us from becoming apathetic. Really did. They saved Liverpool, the city. And Everton, of course, but mostly Liverpool saved it from becoming apathetic. And you've got to know the history surrounding it. It was shocking. You're looking great, Frank. Skin is shining, slick hair. You look good. I've got no makeup on. That's what you mean, though. I had a friend, says Paul Turner, who supported Liverpool, then changed to City even before they became successful. Madness. That's what I mean. You know, they're not proper fans. Once you support a team, no matter where you come from, no matter where you come from, you know, you stick with them. I was watching a Japanese lad who's always supported Liverpool. And just these mad little blogs. And anyway, when Endo signed, couldn't believe it. My team. He signed for my team. And, you know, he's always supported. And he says, you know, if Liverpool sell him, there's no way I'm going to be upset with Liverpool because they just want to replace him with a much younger and better player. So he was sincere. He wouldn't stop. Like, you know, you do get supporters, unfortunately, who support a team, you know, a Premiership team, if you know, like a Portuguese player, for example, went there, they support them just because of a Portuguese player playing. And there's loads like that. You know what I think changed our hatred of England, the Chelsea clique, Terry, Lampard and Cole, etc. And the treatment of John Barnes. There's more, yeah, I know that, Mr. Pugh. Well, it's like Trent today, isn't it? But yeah, you're right. I never liked John Terry. He was a horrible person, personally. He was carrying on with the wife of one of his, forget his name, left back he was. That was shocking. The likes of him. John Terry, never liked him. Never. Lampard, Joe Cole, Ashley Cole, him, another. They were all carrying on with everyone then. Just horrible people. Thought they owned the world. Anyway, I'm not interested in them. But there's other stories as well why I don't support England. or I wouldn't support them. And it's they're a part of the establishment. They are part of the establishment. God save the Queen or King now. And you know why. You know, or you should know why. Peter Davis sums it up lovely. Scouse, not English. Scouse. Take pride in that, you know. As I said, you know, you go back to the 80s and the establishment turned their backs on us. Right through the 80s. Bang. 1989. They turned their backs on from 1979, really. And Thatcher got it. Turned their back. And 1989. It's like counting, you know. It's like counting to 100 to a child. And you ask the child to put, you know, from, you know, 1, 2, 3. You write it down, the child, you know, to the child, you write it down. And when you get to the 100, you can't go on any further. And that was 1989. Any other city, I'm telling you now, any other city in the United Kingdom, if it happened to any one of them, they would have fell into apathy. They would have felt nothing. But they took on the wrong city. They took on the wrong city. Liverpool. Thatcher said, I want to ruin a union. Get rid of them unions. Get rid of a council and a city. Liverpool was the first, you know, city. Get rid of them. So he picked on the miners. And, you know, special branching. Even the MI6 were involved at Orgreave. 84. It was shocking. That's who defeated. Arthur Scargill was targeted. And then we carried on. The establishment. That's who we have to fight against and fought against, and we did. And has justice ever been resolved? No. They blamed us. They blamed us. They blamed the fans. And I'm talking about all the press as well. They never came on. They never came on. It's only the Sun. Silly. Only that horrible paper came out and said, didn't they? It was us. We were exonerated. Was it overflowing with great things, you know, and all the newspapers and on the telly now. That was fell under the carpet. All the Liverpool fans have been exonerated. That's it. Enough said about that. No more. So I think you know my feelings about the establishment. Can't be bothered. Frank, did you say you seen someone say they were having a year off from supporting us? Yeah. That was a fella off Coppish. A fella named Drifty. I'm having a year off. That's it. We got beaten by Crystal Palace. I went, as I look at this pub, couple of nice lads down there, this drifty. I'm having it. That's it. I've finished now, and I'm having a year off next season. And their supporters, yeah, sure. And you're going to take notice of them. Paul Turner, YouTube channel called, oh, that's it, he's answered it. He said he's taking a sabbatical. His name is Drifty, I heard him say on podcast. And he calls himself a Liverpool supporter. Don't do that. Jota injured in training for Portugal. Something is not right there. Real shame, says Norman. They tried to kill the city off. Bernardine. Not a horrible man, Bernardine. Well, anyway, they tried to kill us off, managed to climb. But the resilience of Liverpool people, the Scousers, as it said up there, Scouse, not English. Scouse, not English. Because that's the establishment. That's against the establishment. It's not from someone who lives down just outside Birmingham or somewhere. Or someone who lives up by, Newcastle or whatever. Someone down in Cornwall. It's not that. It's the establishment. And what the establishment stand for. And Norman says, she can rot in hell, Thatcher. Sorry for my words, but that's how I feel for them, about them. Yep. Well, I'm going to finish it, lads and girls, and I think all the lads are on tonight. And it's 20 past 11. Thanks very much for being with me tonight, everyone. Everyone. See you all on there. Thursday, I've got George Scott on Thursday, by the way. He sent his apologies. He sent his apologies that he wouldn't be on. I might do these myself, find out. The way I get let down by people. So, just do them on my own. Because I try to, I get to answer all your questions, comments, and bring them in, bring you in, interact. That's what it's all. That's why I opened this. I wanted to interact with good people like yourselves. Talk to you, you talk to me. Get your points over. Brian, I always think how many of the 97 was at the third game at Carlyle that year, Frank. At the time, it was the best day of my life. Getting into the changing rooms, etc. But the semi-final changed. There, remember. My Frank and chat. Remember the film Eminent Domain? I'll remember it. No, I have to watch that now. It's crap, Gonna let you over the edge with it. But take care, Frank. See you Thursday. Thank you, Paul. See you Thursday. Super 8. Yeah, that's it. That's a brilliant film. Nice one, Brian. Super 8. Fantastic film. Loved it. Loved it. Good choice there, Brian. Very good choice. Excellent choice. TW. Cheers, Frank. Only show and tell. Thank you so much. Thank you. You know, when people say that, like Chris Dix the other night, you know, he's on the history show, and he said the same. I try to give out what it's all about, whether it's history on the history show, show pictures on the history show, clips from the old DVDs, and people enjoy it. And what you've got is the football podcast. I know there's a few, you know, who are not on tonight because they've been watching the match or whatever. They might have even or didn't know that we were on. But anyway, you know, and it's just good people like yourselves who I try to get in touch with, and I do by interacting. And this is what my pod's all about: interaction with you, with the fans of Liverpool Football Club. Should be fun in the next few weeks, though, shouldn't it? About transfers. Thanks to all you. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Really enjoyed it. Say Sam. Today. Right. Super 8. I will watch it, says Norman. When Norman first came on, it was just Anne. I was answering to Anne, you know, for a few weeks. I was saying, oh, hang on, there's the lovely Anne now. Oh, thanks, lovely Anne. Thank you, sweetheart. And everything. Until it came up, so it's not Anne, I'm using my wife's name. That's my name's Norman. So you do get that. You know. Like Brian McGivern there. He's coming out with Orly. Oh, hello, Orly. How are you, sweetheart? Blimey. Big hairy fella. Oh, sweetheart. The Warriors, brilliant film. Yeah, it goes back to the 80s, wasn't it? Was it 79 or something like that? New York. Yeah, just going home in the night. Very powerful film. The history vids are great when you tried opening the gate in a cell and it would not open. Oh, they're the bloopers. Yeah. They're the bloopers. There's loads of things that happened, you know. There was one, and by the Everton Castle, you know, the little lockup. And he had it on you know, the rushes, and he lost it. And what had happened was, I was walking down, and there was lots of dew, you know, on the ground, because it was in the morning, it was the early morning. And as I was walking down, it was nice and sunny, as I was walking down, slipped. And he had it, but he went over it by a mistake. And there was another where I'm talking about the last duel in Liverpool. And there was three old ladies. And I'm standing there going, yeah, and the mayor, right here. Not a mayor, I'm saying a duel. And the colonel fell dead. Shot me at. And these three old ladies came over like, hey, there was no murders here last night. You're always coming up, you television people, saying about murders that never happened. Should have heard them. To me. And I'm going, no, what I'm trying to explain. I said, I'm going back to it. Never mind 1812, 1805, or whatever it was. I went, I'm sorry, you know. I said, it happened. I said, in 1805. Yeah, that went over, that got ruined. There's loads, mad. Norman, you thought you were pulled Frank until I told you that. Yeah, you're right, because, talking to him, I was saying, hello, hello, sweetheart, bye, lovely. See you soon. Keep coming on the thing. Well, anyway, lads, I've got to go. I really have. Get some sleep. I've got a, I've got a thing. See you all on Thursday. And if you don't fancy coming there on Thursday, see you all on Saturday morning for the TV, film and TV review. And we'll be talking about that the main thing, Super 8. Super 8's a terrific, terrific film. J.J. Abrams, fantastic. I like Abrams, J.J. is good. So that leaves me just to say thanks to Jason Pennington for putting this all together. Thanks to you, you're the most important people, uh, for keeping me company and coming out with your wonderful quotes, really. And we see what happens on Thursday, eh? Normal time Thursday. Can't have it, 8 o'clock. I don't know who's playing, like, but whatever. Whatever. Thanks a lot. Good night. Thursday. Yeah, bye.